What's up, everyone? We are here in the Jurassic room, and today will be another episode of the Vintage versus Modern Toy Review series, where I compare a vintage Jurassic Park toy versus a modern Jurassic Park / Jurassic World toy, and we compare them based on the packaging, the sculpt, and then the actual quality of the products to determine which one is superior. So today we're going to be looking at the Jurassic Park 3 female raptor with Alan Grant packs. So let's go ahead and dive on into this review. All right, so here we are with our Jurassic Park 3 female raptor and Alan Grant packs. So we have, starting with the vintage version, we have the Raptor Motorcycle Pursuit from Jurassic Park 3 made by Hasbro. And now over here on the left, we have the Hammond Collection Isla Sorna Encounter Pack made by Mattel. So now let's go ahead and start comparing and contrasting these so that we can figure out which is the superior set. So first off, we are going to start with the packaging. So we'll go ahead and look at the modern packaging first. Let me get these out of the way. So once I actually close this box, how it was shipped to me, or how everyone gets it, the packaging is really just like a cardboard box. You can see Isla Sorna Encounter Pack, but it's really just a cardboard box that's kind of shipped to you. It says Jurassic World Survival Instincts. I've noticed that all the Mattel Amazon exclusives like this that are packaged in a cardboard box like this all say Survival Instincts, which is interesting. But it only gets interesting when you actually open the box here. That's where it starts to get a little bit cool. But as you can see inside the box, Hammond Collection on the side shows Dr. Alan Grant and the female Velociraptor. Also got a little description over here of Grant and the Raptors. And then obviously, as you can see right here, we have the actual set. Jurassic Park 30th anniversary, which is super cool. And then you got all your accessories. You got the Raptor and Grant and everything in there. But overall, the packaging on this thing is pretty weak, because if you have to open it up just for it to look like this, and it looks like cardboard on the outside, that's normally pretty weak for the packaging. Let me set that down. But let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging on the vintage version. Now, any of y'all that know me, you know I have a soft spot for the Jurassic Park 3 line, because I really, I grew up with this one. But I really like the marbling. Again, I know I said that in my last episode, but I like the marbling on the Jurassic Park 3. And I also really like how they pay attention to detail here and put the little jagged edges on the cardboard instead of just plain cut across, which can be a little bit lame and annoying. But then you got on the side, you got a render of the Raptor chasing Alan Grant on the motorcycle. Same thing on this side and same on the bottom. They really did put some detail into this packaging. And then on the back, they've got like a little action sequence and react attack, which is really, really cool. And just shows the Raptor again attacking Alan Grant, and just a little bit of the descriptions on the back. So that is a look at the packaging on this one. And I have to give the check mark on our box up in the right-hand corner to the vintage version, just because, well, the vintage version packaging is already pretty nice, and the Mattel's Hammond Collection version is actually pretty awful because it comes in literally just a cardboard box. So definitely got to give the check to the vintage version. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the sculpts. So we'll start with the Grant figures. Let's go ahead and look at the modern version. So the sculpt on this Grant, sorry, my camera won't focus. There we go. The sculpt on this Grant is pretty nice. I like how they changed up the outfit and everything too. So it wasn't a straight repack when they made this. And then it came with some accessories and everything too. But the face sculpt, let me zoom in, is not too bad on this one. I like it. And then let's take a look at the important part, which is the Raptor. Now, I know some people complained about, sorry, my camera's not focusing again. I know some people complained about the Raptor not having the best paint application on it, But actual sculpt wise, as you can see real close, let me zoom in. The head sculpt is really, really nice on this thing. There we go. You can see the like little ridged crest right here, like the JP3 Raptors had. And then of course the body, everything is pretty accurate sculpt. It's got a little bit of big feet, but you know, that's not the end of the world for me. But actually the sculpt on this one is pretty beautiful. Okay, now let's look at the sculpt on the Jurassic Park 3 version from Hasbro. So here's Alan Grant, and I actually really like his head sculpt. It's actually really good, but the rest of his sculpt is just kind of straightforward and plain. Now I have a soft spot for this one just because I grew up with it, but overall the sculpt is all right on it. And now, you know, we'll just set him down. Let's look at the sculpt on the Raptor. Now, as much as I loved this Raptor growing up, and for nostalgic reasons, the sculpt, especially the head sculpt on this thing, is wonky. Like, it is very interesting. I mean, it's at least got the little slight bit of a crest and everything, but those eyes look like he hasn't slept in 5 days. And it's just a little bit wonky on the sculpt here. I mean, it's still, you know, a nice figure, but not the greatest sculpt that's ever been made in a Jurassic series. So when it comes down to sculpt, guys, I think in our box in the right-hand corner, sculpt-wise, I'm going to have to give the check mark to the Hammond Collection modern version instead. The Raptor is just sculpted a little bit better, and, you know, it's just a little bit nicer looking if you're not being biased, of course. Now, finally, let's go ahead and take a look at the quality. So, starting with the modern, we've got this quality Alan Grant figure. And he's actually really nice. He's got a lot of articulation. He's got a lot of movements he can do. Even came with this little satchel that the eggs, you can pop the top open of it, as y'all can see. And the eggs kind of go inside. Sorry, my camera won't focus again. And the eggs are kind of down inside there, which is really, really cool. Paid attention to detail really well there. So this is definitely a high quality figure in my opinion. And then also the Raptor. The sculpt is nice. There's some pretty good detail on it. It's even got like a softer rubber tail, which is nice to give it a lot more movement and playability. And just overall, the quality on this one is very, very high. Kind of a soft rubber hands too, so that they can move around a little bit more, have a little bit more playability. But the sculpt, not the sculpt, sorry guys. The quality on this Raptor, to me, is pretty high, which is really, really nice. Now, when we go to the vintage versions, we have the Alan Grant, and he's just kind of a, you know, not much articulation, kind of a hard plastic like the other, but his only articulation is the arms up and down, and then his legs just kind of go like this. They can't go to the sides. His waist doesn't turn, anything like that. And then, you know, his accessory it comes with is just kind of a basic, like, little motorcycle. I think they put more attention to detail into the eggs on the Hammond Collection one. I mean, the motorcycle's still cool, but definitely a little bit higher quality with what they did on the other side. And now when it comes to the Raptor, the whole thing is just kind of hard plastic. This tail articulation is really weird. And then the arms just go up like this and the head goes here. So it really just doesn't have that much playability compared to the Hammond Collection version. But it does, you know, the sculpt's not so bad or anything, and the detail's pretty good. But again, it's just kind of the cheap hard plastic. It's even got like a little space there that they couldn't fill in. They couldn't find a way to make it a little bit more realistic looking. So that's not great. That's why some people didn't like Hasbro from the Jurassic Park 3 line. But yeah, so in our chart up in the right-hand corner, when it comes to quality, I think I'm going to have to go with modern and the Hammond Collection just because it seems like they put a little bit more effort into this one. and it's just got a little bit more playability, a little bit more posability, and just a little bit higher quality of the materials that it was made with. So with that being said, that makes this vintage versus modern comparison. The winner is the modern Hammond collection version. And personally with me, I probably still prefer the vintage version. Now that's me being biased just because I grew up with it and it's nostalgic to me and it means a lot to me because of that. But if we're being realistic and I'm not being biased, I think the Hammond collection edged this one out just a little bit, 2-1 and the check marks. So this was another very awesome and fun vintage versus modern toy review series video. If you have not caught my first episode that I did with the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus, where I compared the vintage animatronic Spinosaurus by Hasbro and I compared it to the Mattel Legacy Collection Spinosaurus, Extreme Chompin' Spinosaurus from Mattel, then go ahead and check that video. I'm going to put it right at the top of the screen right here. You can go ahead and click that if you want to watch that one as well. But other than that, that's all I've got for you today in this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and please subscribe so that I can show so much more of my collection with every single one of you. And if you have another dinosaur comparison that you want to see from my collection, let me know down in the comments below so I can hopefully make that happen for you. But that's all I got for you today, guys. I will catch y'all in the next video and hopefully have many more vintage versus modern toy review series videos to come. Thanks, everyone.